Pentagon Press Secretary Jeff Morrell told reporters during a press briefing Wednesday that Iran's recent missile tests come at a time when the international community has offered the country opportunities to build trust and confidence.
But this is just the latest in a series of provocative actions by Iran, all seemingly oblivious to the scrutiny of the international community, or perhaps more likely in spite of it. At a time when the international community has offered Iran opportunities to begin to build trust and confidence, Iran's missile tests only undermined Iran's claims of peaceful intentions.
Mr. Morrell said such actions will only increase the seriousness of resolve to hold Iran accountable for its continued defiance. International security assistance forces in southern Afghanistan killed 4 militants on Monday. Marine Corporal Dane Christensen has details.
The ISAF unit spotted the men placing improvised explosive devices near a village in Kandahar province. Security forces in another operation Tuesday in Zabul province detained a Taliban commander. The force caught him in a compound after receiving a tip from an intelligence source. The commander is responsible for attacks in the area and for aiding in the use of IEDs. Marine Corporal Dane Kanapa Christensen, Bagram Airfield, Afghanistan.
And some detainees from Guantanamo Bay will soon be headed to a maximum security facility in Illinois. President Obama has been adamant about closing Gitmo, which opened after the start of the war in Afghanistan. Marine Sergeant Ashley Bryant explains.
The wheels are now officially in motion to close the detention facilities at Guantanamo Bay Naval Base in Cuba. The President's memorandum, made public Wednesday, directs the Attorney General to acquire and activate Thompson Correctional Center in northwestern Illinois as a U.S. penitentiary. The President's orders call for the Attorney General to provide a portion of the facility to the Defense Department in order to accommodate the relocation of detainees from Guantanamo Bay. A letter to Illinois Governor Pat Quinn, signed by Defense Secretary Robert Gates, says after acquisition, the facility will be enhanced to exceed perimeter security standards at the nation's only Supermax prison in Florence, Colorado. The Defense Department will operate its own portion of the facility, and federal inmates will have no interaction with Guantanamo detainees. Reporting from the Pentagon, I'm Sergeant Ashley Bryant.
The Department of Defense has released its basic allowance for housing rates for 2010. Average increases are $37 per month. Nantucket, Massachusetts tops the list of areas with the highest rates, while Louisville, Kentucky tops the list of areas with the largest average increases. And Binghamton, Ithaca area in New York tops the list for areas with the greatest average decreases. Current market rent, average utilities, and average renter's insurance were all considered in those calculations. The Coast Guard is searching the waters near the Bahamas for 2 missing boaters. The men were scheduled to arrive there Tuesday. They were traveling in an 18-foot center console pleasure craft. Family members contacted the Coast Guard search and rescue team, who immediately launched an air and sea search. First Lady Michelle Obama traveled to Marine Base Quantico Wednesday to drop off donations for the Toys for Tots campaign. The White House collected 500 toys for this year's drive. After dropping off some of those donations, Mrs. Obama thanked the Marines for their hard work on the campaign.
The work that you do, particularly in these economic times, are so important. And what you guys represent, the Marine Corps, in this effort, as I was saying earlier, is that in a time where you all are already serving and making such a huge sacrifice, all of you, the troops and their families, that you show America that you can dig even deeper in this time and put your time and effort into making sure that kids all around this country have something wonderful to wake up to on Christmas morning.
After meeting with Marines, the First Lady helped to sort the donated toys. Coming up next on Around the Services, Bloody Battle. The National Guard recognizes the anniversary of a famous fight. But first, stopping the spread. See what Sasebo is doing to combat the H1N1 virus.